Don't.
Guys, welcome to Papa in the Kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make these delicious and crispy fries. Oh yeah. I got my russet potatoes here. I don't have a potato cutter or a mandolin or anything else fancy, so I'm going to be cutting them by hand into my French fries. And as I'm cutting them, I'm going to be putting them in my water over there to keep them from turning brown until I got them all cut. You want to try and keep them consistent in size so they cook evenly. And we're going to go ahead and cut them all, and as I'm cutting them, I'm going to put them in my water so that they don't turn brown. It's turning colors, isn't it? Yeah. Alright guys, I got my daughter playing with the light over there, but as you can see, I have my fries cut. They're all pretty consistent in size and they're all soaking. So I'm going to go ahead and get my oil on the stove and get that heated up. And we're going to give these their first round of frying. You're going to want to do 2 rounds of frying and keep them in an ice bath in between. I'll show you guys how we do that, alright? So let's get the oil on the stove. I got my oil heating up. I'm using a creamy vegetable oil. You can use whatever oil works for you. You want to heat your oil up to 275 degrees. I, of course, cannot find my thermometer, my oil thermometer, because my girls like to play with it. And it is probably lost somewhere in their toys. So I'm just going to eyeball it and get them as close as I can to 275. Here I got my fries in my water, waiting for my oil to get hot, and there I'm going to have an ice bath. I'm going to fill that up with some with some water, and I'm going to be dropping my fries in the oil for a few minutes, and then pulling them out and dropping them into my cold ice bath. I got my water in my bath, so I got my ice water going. That's going to get real cold. This is going to be the key to the crispy fries, guys. Make sure your water is cold. Use as much ice as you need to, and the colder the better. It's going to keep those fries nice and crispy when you fry them again afterwards. Guys, I believe my oil was hot enough. I dropped 1 fry in there just to see how the oil reacted, and that right there tells me that it is hot enough. But again, if you have a thermometer, you want to heat it up to 275 to 300 at max, and go ahead and start dropping your fries in there. Now you want to be really careful when you're dropping your fries in there, because they were soaking in water and that oil is going to splash. So you want to be very careful. Make sure your kids aren't around, and make sure you know what you're doing. I worked at a place where we used to do about 150 to 300 pounds of French fries cut every shift, and I'm not scared of this oil. And I'll just go ahead and drop them in there. I'm not dropping too many in there. You don't really want to overcrowd it. And you're just going to cook them like this. This is called blanching. We're going to be blanching them for maybe 3 to 4 minutes. And then we're going to be pulling them out and dropping them in the ice water. Alright guys. So they've been in there about 4 or 5 minutes now, and you'll see, if you can tell on the video, they start to get a little bit of texture, a little bit of crispness on the outside. That's kind of what you're looking for. You don't want them to cook through. You're just looking for a pre-cook, a par-cooked fry, and then we're going to go ahead and take them out. And if you got something that's not plastic to scoop them out, definitely use that. I only got this, so I work with what I got. I'm going to go ahead and put them in the ice water. Make sure they get submerged in that water and covered with ice. You want them as cold as possible when you cook them. Alright guys, so I finished with all my fries. They're all in the ice bath. And like I said before, I was just prepping for dinner. So and the colder they are, the better. So I went ahead and set them in my fridge. And when I cook dinner, we'll get back to it and I'll show you guys what they are. But don't be afraid to put a lot of ice in there, and just make it cold. It's time to cook my fries. About to be dinner time. I'm going to be making some fish and chips as well. If you guys are interested in that, you're going to have to comment and let me know, and I'll let you know how those are made. But I'm going to cook my fries. I got my oil heated back up here to about 350 degrees. I dropped one fry in there just to test it out and see that it's good enough, because like I said, I can't find my thermometer because my girls seem to have lost it. So I drained a little bit of the ice water just to make it easier to grab them out of here. But they're nice and cold, and we're going to go ahead and drop them into our oil, just like that. And as you can see, you want to be very careful with that splash, because they will splash and they will bubble that oil. And we want to let them cook for about 6 or 7 minutes, and they're going to be super crispy and super delicious. Alright guys, I got some fries in the bowl. I'm just going to season them with a little bit of pepper and a little bit of salt. I'm just going to toss them, and those fries are ready. You guys will see, these fries are delicious, and I don't know if you could hear that crunch. Nice and golden on the outside and soft in the middle. Perfect fries.